This video is going to be about how to hold, how to play your first note, and how to maintain the French horn. First, we're going to talk about posture. You want to be sitting on the edge of your chair with your back straight in its natural position. And you want your feet to be flat on the floor about shoulders width apart. Now we're going to talk about holding the horn. When you first take the horn out of the case, you want to make sure that you grab on the thicker tubing. Your left hand fingers will rest on the valves like this. It'll be 1, 2, 3. Your thumb will rest on the trigger right here. If your horn doesn't have a trigger, then there will be a hook there for your thumb to rest in, and your pinky will go in this hook on the outer edge. You want to make sure that your fingers don't get bent like this and that they stay at a nice natural curve. For your right hand, you want to place your hand out in front of you and you want to put all your fingers together. Then you want to slightly curve them like you're going to catch a raindrop. Now, when you put your right hand in the bell of your horn, you want to think about putting it at a 3 o'clock angle. Here's the view from the other side. Here are my fingers all placed together like I'm going to catch a raindrop. And now I'm going to put my fingers in the bell of the horn. Notice that my fingers are at a 3 o'clock, not 12 o'clock, or 9 o'clock where my palm is touching the metal, but my fingers are touching the metal. There are a couple ways that you can hold the horn in order to play it. The first way would be for the bell to rest on your leg. For this, you might need to scoot forward in your chair a little bit and angle one of your legs backwards. The bell will rest about mid-thigh. Your shoulders should stay straight to the front. And then you want to just bring the French horn directly to you. The other way would simply be just to support the weight of the horn. So you would bring the mouthpiece to your face, and then your right hand is still in the bell at 3 o'clock, and your left hand fingers are resting lightly on the valves, and you bring the horn to you. Now we're going to talk about embouchure. To start off, you want the mouthpiece to be 2/3 on your top lip, 1/3 on your bottom lip. A good way to find the correct position is to put the mouthpiece here, like you're drinking tea, and then just roll it up. The first thing you really want to think about when first establishing the embouchure is firm corners. So if you tighten these corner muscles, that is what we want the feel to be like. Next, say the word im. Im. Notice how your lips come together in the middle. So think about firming your corners and say im. Im. Now, say the word poo. Notice how your lips come together in the center? That is what we want. So say im. You can try blowing air to help you get the idea of what it's going to be like to blow into the mouthpiece. Take your mouthpiece, place it on the bottom, roll it up. Now that you know the best way to buzz into your mouthpiece, we're going to place the mouthpiece in the horn by giving it a quarter twist to the right or left. Just a reminder that your left hand, your fingers are going to rest lightly on the valves. 1, 2, 3. Thumb on the trigger, pinky resting here. Your right hand, all of your fingers together like you're catching a raindrop. And then they're going to go in your bell at a 3 o'clock angle. Now, make sure that your mouthpiece is 2/3 on the top lip, 1/3 on the bottom lip. Take a deep breath and think about saying im. Now we're going to talk about maintenance of the horn. So first we're going to talk about oiling the valves. So here I have some rotor oil, which is what we're going to use. Next we're going to unscrew one of the valve caps. Make sure that you only unscrew one at a time so that they don't get mixed up with one another. Now you can see that this raised circular portion on the valve, that's where we want to put the oil. So simply place the drop of oil on the portion that's raised, then screw the cap back on. Another piece of maintenance you'll do is greasing the slides. So when you go to grease a slide, you want to make sure that you have the valve pushed down when you pull the slide out. So this slide relates to valve number 1. So I'm pushing the valve down and I'll pull out the slide. Set it down carefully. Take your oil and you'll put 1 drop in each side. Then push back down and simply place the slide in. And that is how you hold, play your first note, and maintain a French horn.